Hey there, welcome to another BPM bullets per minute boss guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at Mistcalf, the chain-wielding bonehead from Svartalfheim's second floor. My name is Schwingy, let's get started. Mistcalf is probably one of the trickier bosses in the game, though definitely not the trickiest, that one goes to Gullveig hands down, but he's not as much of a pushover as some of the other bosses, like Alvis for example. Some of his moves are unique to him in the game and could definitely catch you off guard when you first meet him. Let's go over his 7 moves now. Small projectile. Mistcalf quickly lifts his right arm up and throws a single narrow projectile at you. It's very easy to avoid, just move to either side. I've found that the hardest part about this attack is the fact that sometimes I don't even see it come out because of the coloring. It's probably just me. Floor blast. Mistcalf lashes both of his chains to the ground and then causes a blast on the entire arena's floor, not unlike Lady Gullveig. This attack is easily avoided by jumping or being in the air at the right time. Use the crosshair indicator as seen here to time your jump. Lava line. Mistcalf lifts both arms up behind his head, reaching for the stars, before creating a straight line of lava in the direction he's facing. The line doesn't seem to have a maximum length, so it just goes in a straight line until it hits a wall or something. It sticks around for a little while but is easily avoided by jumping over it if you need to. Of course, if you walk onto it, you'll take damage. Don't do that, you silly Billy. Chain hook. Mistcalf raises his right hand up in the air and pulls you towards him like he's straight out of Mortal Kombat. It only pulls you a set distance towards him, so if you're far from him, you won't get pulled all the way to him, which can be good to know. This move itself isn't that dangerous, but what can be dangerous are the moves that follow right after it. That's why it's a good idea to back off and create some distance after he pulls you in. Also, keep in mind that if you're positioned poorly, he can pull you into a lava line that he might have recently made. Projectile Flurry. Mistcalf hunches over and charges up a flurry of 8 projectiles aimed at you. They're fired very quickly and can be shot at a pretty wide angle, so it's best to get as close as you can to being behind him while he's charging. Even if you're far away, it can be pretty easy to get hit because of the random nature of the spread of projectiles. If you're caught in a pinch, you can also use the central pillar in the arena to block them. Homing charge. Mistcalf burns with the power of 1,000 suns and charges towards you like a Super Saiyan. Your crosshair indicator gives you a lot of options to consider in terms of how you should avoid getting hit. Like honestly, what the heck does this mean? Ultimately, you have a couple options for how you want to deal with it. First, and probably the easiest, you can dodge to the side when he gets real close. Sometimes he'll stop charging after you dodge, other times he'll keep going, and maybe come around for a second shot at you. Not my preferred method, but it works. Second, you can double jump right before he reaches you, which will stop him in his tracks. This is how I usually deal with his charge. Lastly, if the pillar is between the two of you when he starts charging, you can use it to get him stuck onto it and just wait out the charge's duration. If you're in the right spot, it's definitely the safest option. Triple slash. Mistcalf slashes the air 3 times in a row, sending out waves towards your current location. The pattern of these slashes is always the same, so it can be easily memorized and avoided. The first slash is always diagonal with the left side touching the ground, right side up. Keep strafing right when you see it come out and you'll avoid it. The second one is always horizontal and low to the ground unless you're facing the giant version, and should be jumped over to avoid it. The last slash is always diagonal, opposite of the first one, and can be avoided also by keeping right. To sum it up, when you see the first slash coming, just keep right, jump over the second one, and keep right. Right, jump right. Easy. Also, just as an FYI, the slashes go through the pillar, so don't think that you're safe because you're cowering behind it. You aren't. General tips. In my experience, Mistcalf has a pretty decent amount of health, meaning that usually I don't get to blow him up in 1 or 2 seconds unlike other bosses. Learning his fight can actually make the difference between a winning run and a losing one in close situations. I tend to gravitate towards strafing around him counterclockwise so that I don't have to react as much to his triple slash move, I just have to worry about the middle one. I also recommend staying as far away from him as you can to give you time to react to his attacks. Obviously, stay within shooting range, whatever that may be for you in your current run, but try to keep your distance. It'll save you from taking some damage, no doubt about it. Aiming for headshots for those critical hits is actually pretty consistent against him, so if your aim is good enough, absolutely go for those headshots to close out the fight quicker. Boss modifiers. As far as I'm aware, Mistcalf can only get 3 different modifiers on him, which is quite small compared to other bosses. Let's go over them. Crazed. Crazed is the one I ran into the most out of all my Mistcalf runs I did. It seems to be pretty common on hard difficulty at least. It makes all of his moves much quicker, making him much more deadly. Your game plan shouldn't change in any way, but just know that you have a lot less time to react to his moves, so you better be concentrating if you're not able to take him down instantly. Giant. Giant is surprisingly dangerous thanks to his triple slash attack being aimed higher than normal, which actually makes it more likely to hit you. Just be extra careful with your timing on when you jump over the middle slash, and also really try to avoid jumping backwards when doing so. Once you get the hang of it, it shouldn't give you much trouble. Poisonous. I haven't actually fought a poisonous Mistcalf ever, so I don't have any first-hand experience with this. I tried running into him, I redid the fight about 30 times without any luck getting him to be poisonous, but I've heard it's possible. Either way, nothing too special about it. If you get hit, you'll take some extra damage, I presume, and when he dies, he should leave behind a tiny cloud of poison gas that you'll probably rush into because you're trying to be the next Grasslu. If you don't know, he's a really good speedrunner at this game. Go check him out, link down below. There you have it, a Mistcalf 101 that should make this fight less scary and something to look forward to each run. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like, and if you've been watching a couple of my videos here and there, why not hit that subscribe button? I've got links to my other guides and videos down in the description, go check them out. Have a wonderful day, and see you next time.